Welcome back, guys. Leland here, bringing you another TA of the GRT. We're also going to be talking about New Cipher, Orchid, and Numeraire as well. And if that sounds good to you, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's jump in. But before we do, are you tired of losing out on your trades? Are you tired of not knowing where the bottom is or where the top is? Go buy this book. This is my book. I've released this book to help you guys with your TAs. This book has all my favorite patterns, charts, and indicators. You're going to start feeling like you're going to be making more money just by watching my live streams, coming to my videos, and reading this book all at the same time. If you want to improve your crypto gains, go buy this book. Okay, let's move on over to GRT. I know a lot of people are probably saying right now, I'm bored with GRT. This is not good, and I need to go move my money elsewhere so I can make money. A lot of people are allocating their money elsewhere so they can go get those pumps. But we're not here to chase the pumps. We're here to look at the facts within the charts and decide for ourselves, is this a good opportunity for us? And with GRT currently right now, I don't want anybody to worry because it's looking really beautiful right now. You can see how we were, when we first opened up with GRT, we came all the way up over here, we hit our high, and then we sold off like crazy. Once the sell-off was over, the bulls started taking over, and we started having this massive pump to the upside. Well, what we've been doing since is just consolidating sideways. And I'm completely fine with that. As long as we're not going down and making lowers and lower lows, or we're in a downtrend, I'm perfectly happy with this. You can see that when we got above over here, that's about the $1.33 line that we created a nice support at that level. And another interesting thing with GRT right now is it possible we could be putting in some kind of inverse head and shoulders, a really bullish pattern? And I think that's very possible. We might be looking at something like right about, let's say the neckline is about right there. We come down, we have our left shoulder. We come back down, we have our head, and we go back down again. And now we're creating our right shoulder right now as we are getting the resumption off. The reason why I think we're going to be completing this pattern and eventually breaking out of this neckline over here is if we go over to the daily chart, which we're on right now, and we go take a look at our stochastic RSI, you can see that when we're below the 20 on the stochastic RSI, we have a move to the upside, whether it's a small one or it's a pretty big one. But let's go chart that real quick. Let me just show you exactly what I'm talking about. So we have the stochastic RSI really close to the, actually, we'll take the one from back here. It's at the 20, below the 20 stochastic RSI, and it had this huge pump to the upside. Well, how big was that pump to the upside? And I'm not going to be able to reach all the way to the top, but it was about 1100%. That's a pretty big one, considering that, you know, the stochastic RSI was sitting at the 20. Okay, so down below, if we go over and we take a look at, and I'm going to extend this out just a little bit bigger for you, below the 20, right here, boom, and then we take that bottom. Where was that bottom? Right about here. And we go to the top. Well, what move was that? That was a 64% move. I know it doesn't look like a lot, but that is a lot. Crazy about. Okay, here's another one below the 20 right here, and we had a move to the upside, going from the bottom to the top over here. We're looking at about 69% away, or that was a move from 69%. So now, currently, we are below the 20. We're getting our bullish cross right now, and you can see we are making a higher low. You can see we had this low back here. This one was pretty on par, and now we're starting to move up. We're starting to have that upward trajectory. That is why I think that this next move for GRT is going to be coming up, and we're going to be hitting that $2.20 area. I bought today. When I saw this, I went ahead and I took an opportunity. I went ahead and bought some more GRT right here. And the reason why I did that was because if we take a look at the MACD as well, you can see we're kind of coinciding with the RSI and the MACD as well. You can see we're printing our red bars over here. We're getting our cross. Our momentum is it's telling us that we're going to start moving to the upside. We had a really nice bounce over here at $1.41. Not really a whole lot of action that's happening within this structure, but we are printing that pattern, this inverse head and shoulders. Very bullish pattern. Very bullish pattern. I'm very bullish on GRT. I think what we can expect over here is we're going to start seeing negative momentum continuing to move to the upside. Not much of a red on the histogram over here. It is still possible. We still have about 6 hours until we close this red bar on our histogram. But what I am going to start seeing, what I think we're going to start seeing is we're going to start seeing that light red print on this histogram over here. As we finish up the red, we start curving out, and then we start turning green. We'll be taking our bullish cross somewhere down here And you guys already know that indicators are lagging. So price action is going to be king. This is, for me, a really good buy area. If you guys did not buy the dip, what are you guys doing? Don't lose faith in these kind of things, but currently GRT looking really good. I'm not even going to pull a Fibonacci retracement out on this because I love the pattern that we are in right now, and I want to see that resumption back up to the upside, try to break $2.20. I really think once we break $2.20, we're going to be going much higher to my breakout target of 3.14. The markets are all of these charts are doing the same right now. You guys know Bitcoin took a little bit of a dump the other day. I'm still a little bearish on Bitcoin, but that's, that might be good for the altcoins in the short term as Bitcoin decides to recover. Okay. That's a little bit of GRT. I'm very bullish. That's what I'm going to be looking for. If you break below $1.30 on GRT, no good. That's not going to be any good. And we're going to be shifting our tone, and we're going to be talking about some various scenarios that are possibly going to be playing out there. How are we going to work that? How are we going to trade that? Let's go ahead and move over to Orchid. So currently Orchid right now is, it was in an ascending wedge. You can see that we had right there, we had our supports and we had our resistance up over here, and my timer's going off. So you can see that we broke down out of the structure, and this was all support back here. You can see we're coming back into it, which is going to be resistance. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that we have to start moving down. What I think we can start doing with Orchid is we're going to start maybe moving sideways, possibly moving up around this current support line or this resistance line that we have right now. Like I said, I was talking about Orchid the other day, and I was saying, okay, yeah, it's in a bearish pattern right now, but we've had this huge run up, and now we're looking a little bit bearish, but that's okay. But if we go over to the daily and we take a look at what's going on, you can see we are clearly developing hidden bullish divergence with negative momentum moving to the downside as price action is still continuing to rise. So that's really good. You can even see on our stochastic RSI, we just got below the 20. We hadn't been below the 20 for quite some time. We're talking about March 25th, so a few weeks, but you can see when we were below that 20 over there, we had this nice pump to the upside. If we take the measured move from the bottom to the top over there, that was about 60%, guys. These are opportunities right here to be making short-term gains if you guys like to trade on the daily. I don't recommend day trading. It's not a very good structure, but, nonetheless, these are areas of possible buys. It's looking just like GRT, where we're starting to shift out on the histogram, going from the red to the light red over here. As we start making our cross over here, price action is going to be king, so it's going to be happening first. So, with all these different variables that's happening in Orchid right now, I'm still very bullish about it, even though we did break down out of this bearish pattern. I'm okay with that. As long as we start coming up here and we can, break, not break, but test this next resistance line and we still keep moving up, I'm perfectly fine with that. It's really not going to take too much time to break that all-time high. Looking over about like May 14th, I think that's very possible, in May, where we could start breaking new all-time highs, and then we just start playing with this resistance line and trying to break above it. Very possible. Very possible. Okay, so looking pretty good on Orchid. I have no problems with it right now. I'm looking, as these markets took their dips, you guys really should have been thinking about where am I going to take my buys. And if you were thinking about taking buys in Nucipher, you're sorely mistaken. You're very sorely mistaken. We've been talking about Nucipher for a while now. But before we do that, if you're liking this content, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you are new. We were talking about Nucipher and how we were looking a little bit bearish about it, and I really hadn't shifted my tone yet because I wanted to see if we were going to be holding that 55 cents. You can clearly see we did not hold 55 cents when Bitcoin took its dump. We made another low over here, putting us in a downtrend, almost somewhat of an ascending or descending broadening wedge. That's not good. That's very bearish. It's not looking too good. I tried to see if I could pull any other patterns out of this, and I just could not find any patterns. I tried to see if this was some kind of bull flag. Nope, not a bull flag. We had already retraced more than 50% of the way down, which when that happens, then the bull flag becomes invalidated. You can see we're down 64% from the top. So Nucipher currently still not looking too good. Is there hope in the future for us? I'm not seeing it, other than the only kind of signs that I'm seeing right now are these good buying opportunities. We had negative momentum moving to the upside here, and we still have negative momentum moving to the upside right there. So is this just some kind of weird consolidation pattern that is on a downtrend? Are we going to be flipping the trends? That's going to be the question. You can see on the stochastic RSI, just like a lot of the other coins right now, we are below the 20. Typically, this would be the area to be taking positions, but I would not be taking a position on New Cipher until we can get above this resistance line that's being where that we're being held down right now. And you can see that that's probably it at the most right now. That's going to be about 60 cents. I think getting above that 60-cent area is going to be really crucial for New Cipher. Once New Cipher can do that, I think we can start seeing some better days ahead of us. But as you can see, this is on a weekly chart now. You can see we've gone from green to red to green to red, slowly just working our way down. We have 3 red candles in a row over here. We have our on Sunday this week will be ending for this candle, so it's possible for the next week, maybe starting Monday, we start getting a green candle over here, and you can maybe take a little bit of a position, possibly pulling out before we hit, or possibly even breaking out. Would that be a good decision? No, I don't think so. You could play it if you wanted to, but I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. I would go play with it somewhere else like GRT or Orchid right now. But nonetheless, New Cipher is looking still bearish. We'll continue to update you guys. I will continue to update you guys and let you know what levels we need to get above in order to be looking a little bit more, or if we want to take a position on this coin. But currently not looking good right now, but that's okay because we have other coins that we are taking a look at. I want to take a look at Numeraire. I went ahead and left this chart. Actually, we're gonna do it fresh right here, but Numeraire still looking really bullish, guys, still looking really good. You can see we've completed our cup over here. We broke all-time highs back right there, and we are catching it as support as we speak. That's really good. That's really bullish. You guys already know that Numeraire does like to move really tight and consolidate it within these areas. Excuse me, really tight right here, really tight before we start making a move. But when we have these moves, they're pretty dramatic. You know, they go up quite a bit. So looking really good for Numeraire right now, looking very bullish. Let's go ahead and take a look at 12 and 26 day moving averages. You can see we are getting a little bit of a crossover here on the daily. I don't think this is going to be dropping the price below this previous all-time high over here. I just think we'll probably just go down and touch that previous resistance of 69 cents at the most. As you can see, our stochastic RSI is almost sitting below the 20 right now. We might just be creating that negative momentum moving to the upside, creating that that bullishness within Numeraire. But nevertheless, Numeraire didn't take that big of a hit when Bitcoin dumped, which is really nice. And that's exactly why I like this coin for newer people who are just getting into crypto. Because this coin isn't going to move dramatically. It's still going to move like a cryptocurrency, and it's going to be volatile, but it's not going to be as bad as you think. We're not going to be having these random crashes. But, you know, have we ever really had those random crashes in the past? Yes. You know, we've had these scam wicks in the past over here. We can see all of these scam wicks over here. This is just what happens within crypto. It's an unregulated market, so people are going to try to make as much money as possible and fake out the buyers or the sellers. So anyways, we're still looking really good. We're in a beautiful uptrend, looking massively good on Numeraire. This is just one of those games where you just hold and you leave it there and you don't touch it, and it's the perfect investment for someone who doesn't want to be losing out or want to be on that emotional roller coaster that you go through. Just nice, steady, upward gains, just beautiful. It's perfect. It's perfect. Okay. As you guys know, Bitcoin right now, we're going to talk a little bit about Bitcoin. If you're looking at this and you're like, it looks like we're running out of momentum. Yeah, we are. That's exactly what we're doing. You can see that Bitcoin has gone up, and I've been hopeful for Bitcoin, but I've also been really skeptical because we've been looking at the hidden bearish divergence within the charts. If we go ahead and go over to our MACD over here, you can see we started making higher highs, and higher highs, but we are losing that momentum. You can see positive momentum moving to the downside. That's very bearish, hidden bearish divergence, showing us that we are going to be having a reversal. This is where I think Bitcoin possibly could be going down to $40,000. Yes, I know. We're at $55,000 right now. Going down to $40,000 would be pretty dramatic. We're going to about, let's see, that'd be about a 40% drawback, about 38% to be precise. 38%, and that wouldn't surprise me. It really wouldn't surprise me, and it wouldn't scare me either. I think Bitcoin it's very necessary for Bitcoin to be going down and possibly hitting that $42,000 area before we get a resumption off. And if we just go ahead and take a look at the previous bull run real quick, I'll just show you this. You can see back here, that's exactly what we did. We're actually gonna, you know what? We're gonna mix this in with the 2-year moving average as well. Okay, so as you can see, actually this is Actually, no, this is fine. This will work. So this top line over here is a ×5 moving average. And you can see every time we moved into that ×5 moving, or a 2-year ×5 moving average, we got denied. It was resistance. And this happened for months within the previous bull market. It happened forever, or for a long time. But when we did go up and hit that resistance, you could see these drops happened pretty dramatically. This drop over here was a 41% drop. That was the biggest drop that we had in the previous bull run. And that's pretty dramatic. You know, dropping 41% in price in a bull run is, to me, in this bull run in Bitcoins, is very healthy. It's exactly what we want to see. So I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin were to drop back down 40%, possibly coming back down to that 21 EMA. And it's just so perfect, really. I mean, this is just so perfect. We want Bitcoin to come down. We want it to retrace, even though, you know, it may not be good for the short term. Guys, this is what we need for that long-term gains. If you guys want to start making money and we start getting a bounce off, if we start getting a bounce over here around the 21 EMA, and that's going to be around that support level that I'm talking about, guys, this is going to be the buy zone right here. Absolutely. Whether you're in Bitcoin or you're in an altcoin, Bitcoin will start moving up after that. As you can see in the previous bull market, we used that support for the 21 EMA repeatedly over and over and over. We haven't even touched it yet. We haven't even touched it during this bull market. We're just getting started and we're about halfway through right now. And I think coming down to that 21 EMA is crucial. Okay, you guys get the picture. That's what I'm going to be looking for. It's going to be looking really good. I just want to touch up on Ethereum right now. If you guys are in Ethereum, congratulations. This has just been a massive investment, a beautiful opportunity to get into something. And I've been telling you guys for a while, guys, you need to get into Ethereum. And the reason why we keep saying this is because we're so bullish. If we just look in the long term, I know we didn't say we were going to talk about Ethereum, but I'm going to start talking about Ethereum a little bit more in my videos. And if you've stayed all the way through, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Good job for you, because this is probably going to be one of the most important parts, one of the most opportunities here. Opportunities. You guys will get what I'm saying. But you can see, okay, so here's Ethereum all the way back to 2017 top. Market cycle top came over here. We peaked out around 1423. Went through a bear market, created a double bottom, huge double bottom, continuing us into a bull market, and it's just been beautiful ever since. But you could see when we got past that previous all-time high back in 2017 over here, we came up, we hit some resistance, came back down for the retest, we came back up, hit that resistance again, but that was no problem. I'm totally off screen over here. You guys can't see anything. Let me go back over here. We came up, we broke that previous all-time high. That's that line right there. We came back for the touch on the support, and we get the resumption. You can see how we ran into resistance again, nevertheless coming back down, but moving back up. We do have that $2,500 area that is resistance right now, but Bitcoin took that massive dump to the downside. We can make these things bigger, I promise. It's too small. Beautiful resumption, massive resumption. I know you guys heard about the ETF that was released with Ethereum. I believe that was in Canada. If it's not like 3 of them right now. So the electronically traded fund is available on that markets, which is hugely bullish for Ethereum, which is why we're seeing these big pop-offs. I mean, gosh, we came all the way down over here to under $2,000 and we're back above $2,400. So that's pretty incredible. That bounce back was about 26%. You're not seeing that in Bitcoin right now. You sure are not. So nice, huge bounce right here. I'm going to be looking for getting above that $2,500 level. That could be resistance for us for a little bit before we start breaking above it and start heading to $3,000. That's what I'm going to be talking about as we track this, and I think we're going to be moving forward. Ethereum's looking really bullish right now. Looking massively bullish. If we go ahead and take a look at the technicals right now, look, we just dropped below the 20 on the, I'm making this video way too long. We're gonna wrap this up. So we dropped below the 20 on the stochastic RSI, and we're in an upward trajectory, negative momentum moving to the upside on our histogram. Looking good, massively good, looking really good. Okay, anyways, guys, I just wanted to show you guys this real quick. If you guys are looking for opportunities right now within the markets, definitely, I think GRT is going to be the one right now, as I believe that we are going to start moving up over here back up to $2.21. I told you guys I took my position down here earlier, and I am going to be looking for that 55% gain within that short-term trade. Anyways, my name's Leland. Thank you for coming by. I really appreciate all you guys. I wasn't here this past week. I had taken kind of like a little mini vacation for myself. It was my birthday. I don't know if you guys know. So I had been making videos. So sorry about that. I probably should have told you guys I was going to be taking a little bit of a break, just kind of rewinding my year. Just wanted to see what I did this past year as I turned, gosh, you guys are going to know, I turned 31 yesterday. So just wanted to reflect on my past year, what is happening, take a little bit of a break, as life has been pretty stressful for me lately. So I feel great now. I'm back. We're going to be doing more videos daily. We're going to be doing our live streams daily. So I really appreciate everyone coming by. My name is Leland, and remember, it's all about the TA. I'll catch you guys in the next one.